camera speeds. Speeding.
Yep.
I hope these are old balls, because they're going to be going in the water.
That's all right.
All right, Lee, we've got the Masters coming up in a week. Do you have a specific game plan that you're going into?
Yeah. I mean, I've played the Masters so often now that the game plan doesn't really change too often. I did play it a couple of weeks ago, and I was surprised how firm the greens were and how fast they were. So, you know, the biggest adaptation whenever you go to the Masters is around the greens, chipping around those greens. You know, you really have to have a good short game. You know, play a lot of shots. Some you have to float in high, some you have to play it in low with some check. So, you know, just working on that basically, working on my bunker game. You know, some of the best spots to be around Augusta are in the traps. You know, they're the easiest up and down, so you're going to have a few bunker shots. So it's important to have your short game in good control.
So it's been almost 5 months since the last Masters. Have you made any major swing or equipment changes since then?
No, not really. I've got 4 wedges in the bag here. I'll only carry 3 wedges at the Masters, and I might put a 5-wood in and a 3-iron. Just because you don't tend to get too many shots between 90 and 140 yards there, so what's the point in carrying 4 wedges? You know, it's I'm more likely to need a 5-wood, say, into 15 or into the second, or a hybrid or a 3-iron into 13, because I can't quite get it around the corner as far as the other guys, so I don't generally go in there with maybe a hybrid or a 4-iron or a 3-iron. So I set the golf bag up very much in relation to how Augusta plays.
So what's your favorite and your least favorite shot to hit at Augusta?
Favorite shot? I quite like 12. You know, I've always enjoyed the 12th hole. It's just an iconic par 3, isn't it? And I think everybody would love to play the 12th and hit a tee shot on 12. So, you know, I've always thought of that as a special shot. The shots I find the most awkward are tee shots on 10 and 13. They require quite a big draw. Maybe not so much 10, but certainly 13. If you can hit a big draw off there, you can gain a massive advantage. And I've always struggled to move the balls right to left. So they're the 2 that I would struggle the most with, or have to find a way round. Maybe a 3-wood off 10 and a 3-wood off 13, and just accept that I'm going to go with longer clubs.
If you could go back and replay any of your Masters rounds since you've been playing there, which one would it be?
Probably the final round in '99. I was actually playing with Tiger Woods, and I think I was tied for the lead going down 10, and I made a big mess of 10 and 11 and really put myself out of the tournament there with a bogey and then a double bogey down 11. So I would replay the back 9 of that final round in '99.
What do you think the low score will be at Augusta this year?
Well, I don't think it'd be 20 under winning again. Judging by the speed and firmness of the greens a couple of weeks ago, I think they're looking for 10 to 14 probably. It all depends on the weather at Augusta. If it gets windy and you know, they really firm the greens out, which they can do, they can control the way the golf course plays, the greens get faster, then, you know, all of a sudden 70 starts to look a really good score. I don't think you're going to see the 65s that people were shooting from November time. The golf course plays significantly different from November, where it was wet, and through to, you know, April this year, where, you know, it's going to be drying out, and hopefully they won't get too much rain. I prefer it when it plays a bit firmer, to be honest. I think it'll play a little bit shorter. I think November really played into the longer hitters' hands, where the golf course played long and the greens were stopping.
So there's a lot of young guys in their young 20s coming up, in their early 20s. What do you see your biggest advantage? You've seen the course a lot more than them. How do you see that playing out as a strength at Augusta?
Well, I think that's it. I think you can play Augusta all you like in practice rounds, but the way you learn Augusta is by playing it competitively. The way they set it up with the different flag positions, even if they move a flag 2 yards to a different spot from where they did the previous year, you know, the second shot or the tee shot on a par 3 can play significantly different as in where you want to miss it. So, and you only really learn that when you're playing competitive rounds around there. You do hit it in spots and you just think, wow, I'm going to struggle to get this up and down in 2, whereas 5 yards that way, it would be an easy up and down. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think you get repeat winners. You know, Tiger, Phil, Bernard Langer, Nick Faldo, Seve, obviously Jack years ago. I think it suits a certain kind of golfer, and it definitely suits somebody that, you know, plays it a lot and gets used to it.